Hello everybody, this is Naomi. Today I'm going to do a quick, simple DIY project. You're just going to need 4 of these tiles from Dollar Tree with the foam thing on it. And you're going to need a deal of matches, some hot glue, and some Mod Podge. So, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this pad, this corkboard, off of our back of our tile. There is, I got one of them to come up in a full, almost a full sheet, and the rest of them don't want to come up that way. See how this one come up? There's a sticky underneath and it just come right up. But the rest of them I haven't been able to do that, so I just got a putty knife and we're lightly, just be careful because this putty knife will slip and before you know it you've done got it into your hand, and so just be careful. Not to do that. If you just kind of wiggle it back and forth, it moves pretty good up underneath that corkboard. Okay, just a little more. Like I said, once you get it going, it moves pretty good. Just make sure you get it all off. This little bit's not going to hurt nothing because it's going to be covered up anyways. My main thing is just so that it's flat. That's all. Okay, so let me clean this up real quick and then we'll go from there because I don't want to get any of these pieces in with what we're doing. Now, you can have whichever one on the top, which one on the bottom. They're going to be to where you can, flip them over either direction. So, I want this one to be my top. And what I'm going to do is I need 4 boxes of matches. So, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to lay this flat, and I'm going to take this, and I'm just going to put me some hot glue, just like this, and I'm going to put it right to the edge on both corners, just like that. Then let me get another hot glue stick because I know it's coming. Then you just take another one, and this one goes the opposite of that one. Put it here on the corner. Make sure you line it up with the corner. That's going to be just like that. Then you rotate it again. And this one's going to go just the opposite of what you did there. Just make sure it's on the corners. Just like so. Spin it around. Do it one more time. And then this one will be on this corner. You just want them flush. Okay, let me put this glue stick in. that. Now, turn it over and see where, how this side is, and decide which one you want as your bottom. So I want to put this one on here. So however this flows, I want this one to be the same way. So I'm gonna put my hot glue. Gotta do it a little fast so that glue don't. And then line up your corners. Push firmly down. Hold it for a minute. Let the glue get cold. And one of the things that I'm going to do, I'm going to take the little box out, and I'm going to get some brads, and I'm going to poke a hole in the end here and put a brad to where you can pull it out like a drawer. And then these will just slide back in. That easy. But one of the things I'm going to do, since this has the numbers on this end of the box, I'm going to swish it around. That way that number is on the inside instead of the outside. And I'm going to do that with all of them. Because I don't want that number showing. And this can be put where your candles are. Candle can be sat on top of it, and whenever the lights go out or whatever and you need to get a candle lit, your matches is right there with your candles. Now let me go get the I missed this one. So as I pull this one out, I'm gonna go get the brads, and I'm gonna show you how I do that. Take your matches out, lay them here on the table, and decide whether you want a plain round brad. Sorry about that. Whether you want a plain round brad, or you want flowers on the brads, pearls on the brads, jewels, flowers like this, or I wouldn't go that far, but you could have the little round pieces like this, or even some decorative square ones like that. That choice is up to you. Me, with this already having some flowers on it, I think I'm going to go that route. I'm going to find a pink one, a green one, an orange one, and a teal green one. Okay? So let me close these up so they don't get knocked off and thrown on the floor. So, okay, so I'm going to use my punch, and I have a piece of foam that I use, and just take and kind of center it in the middle and poke your hole. Kind of waddle it out like so. That way it's easier to get your brad. Like I said, your brad. You may have to put 2 holes side by side just to make it easier. That way, like I said, your brad just slides in like so. And one thing I've learned, hold on a minute, these brads like this, you literally have to mash them down to the back of the brad on both sides so that that wire fits flush to the piece. Then put your brad in so that your piece snugs firmly up against the box. And some of these can be tricky. See, once you get it in, then you'll just fold it out like that. And I always take and put just a dab of glue over the top on the ends so that they don't come up. And then just let it dry. So then you have this piece that you can grab a hold of and pull out with your fingers. So just do a quick check to make sure that that's done. And you just put your matches back in. You can put, I like to put mine in stick first. That way you don't handle the red part that much to get the oils on them, because when you do, sometimes they don't want to light. And then you just put them back in the box, just like so. And you can do all of this before you put it together, and that way once it's put together, it's put together. And then you just put the piece in. Make sure all your matches are laying flat so they'll slide in. And there you go. And that's what it'll look like. And then we're going to take the Mod Podge and we're going to put it on both sides of this to seal it. That way, as it's setting on your counter, it doesn't scratch your counters or whatever. Or the piece itself doesn't get scratched. So, let me finish putting the brads on this one and we'll put this one together. Okay, so here they are, all on the little container, the little boxes. And then that's what it looks like when it's setting. So like I said, you can either have it on this side or this side. Just depends on how you want it. If you want it like that, then you'll have to flip it over like so. It just depends on which way you want yours. So for now, that's how I have that one. So we're going to work on this one real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and do the I'm going to go ahead and put these in first. That way, when I'm done putting these together, all I got to do is Mod Podge them down. And just spread it apart. Just like that. Oh, wait a minute. Put you a little bit of glue. Just like that. Give them a minute. And you can put your matches back in and go from there. And the good thing about this is no matter how you do your matches, you're going to have 4 sides to strike your matches on. See what I'm saying? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you may pull out this way, shut that drawer, and light there. So it comes in handy when, especially whenever it's dark and you're pushing to get a candle lit. That's kind of why I come up with this, is because it's like I'm always hunting for a lighter, and with me not smoking anymore, I don't really have them around the house. I mean, I have these in my craft room, but I really don't like leaving them lying around, because I don't want my grandkids or something like that, you know, getting a hold of them. So this way they stay hid and they don't see them, so I don't have to worry about it. And like I said, I just put set a candle right on top of it, and they're right there whenever I need it. So and I'm just doing 2 different color what do you call them? Brads. In this one, I did 2 pearl ones and 2 gem ones. I'll show you in just a minute. And I'm going to alter those, that way they're not side by side with each other. Okay. That match got turned around. I think that match is attached. So just put them all together. I got one more, and we'll get to putting this other one together. That way you can see it one more time, how I did it. And if you've got an older stove, like a gas stove, where the clicker is not working very good, and you have to keep matches around it so that you can quickly start your stove, this comes in handy for that as well. Because you think about it, if your electricity's out, your igniter on your stove may not work. Especially with it being electric. So the igniter part, I mean, everything else is gas, but your igniter part is electric. So, there's that. Now, decide which one you want on top. Me, since I'm doing a new journey in my life, I want this one. Whenever I seen it, it had a meaning to me. And it says, life is a journey. Everyone enjoy every moment. So I want that to be my top. So, and then this one, the other reason that I wanted this one with this one, it says, do what you love, love what you do. To me, the two went together as far as my journey that I'm taking. So, let's get to doing this. So we're going to put your glue, just like so. Remember, line it up with the edges of your box, or your tile. Since this one is the gem, we want this one to be the pearl. We're going to line this one up, just like so. And there's going to be a little bit of a gap here. It doesn't hurt anything. So spin it again. Now we want the other gem one. And we're going to line this up with the edge. Just like so. Press it down. Don't press it too hard or you'll collapse your box. Then put another bead of hot glue. And we put our last one on. Squaring it up. Just like that. Okay. Now, remember what I said. Look at your bottom. I don't really think they would have to match, but I think they look neater whenever if you flip it over and you're looking at it. They are together. See what I'm saying? You pick this one up, you flip it over. You're not having to turn it upside down to read the opposite side of it. So that's part of why I do it the way that I do it. Now, let's put our beads of glue. Gotta be done fast because that glue will set real quick on you. And you just put that on top, line everything up, press firmly. Okay, now you have two beautiful matchbook holders. And like I said, you just say this is your candle. Say this is your candle. You just put your candle right on top. Need it. You take it out, light it. So, and then I'm going to show you real quick. I'm going to put a coat. I don't want the glossy because I don't want to take away the image. So I'm going to use the matte Mod Podge. Once again, that's what we use, what I used on my last project. So I'm just going to, it don't have to be a thick coat. We just kind of want to seal it so that as it's setting or on the table or whatever, it doesn't scuff up. You want to be able to read both of them. You get tired of one side for a while, you flip it over and you enjoy the other side for a while. And you're just going to the edges, no further. Go ahead and do this side. That way all I gotta do is, and you can put 1, 2 coats, however many you desire. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick dry on this real quick, and then we'll be right back. Okay, one more coat. Yes, and then I'll put just a little thicker coat. Same with this one, little thicker coat.